Welcome to Roarball Roundup.
What a circus unfolding in Vineland this season. The Thorns are slipping in the standings faster than a cheetah on espresso. And now, their owner flips the Roarball League on its head by signing the first ever small, Bull Harris, a goat, totally unknown, utterly unproven, and did I mention small?
We sat down for an exclusive with the Thorns to discuss their recent struggles now being under a magnifying glass as a result of this sudden roster change.
Archie and Moto, how's it going?
Here we go, Skyred. Salutations.
Let's start with you, Archie. We've seen the narrative floating around that you've gone soft, that maybe you've lost your edge. How does that make you feel?
Well, Rusty, I feel like making myself a new bat skin beanie. No, but seriously, managing my anger is a daily struggle. When you're as big as I am, you tend to be an enforcer. Look, I get it. It became my reputation. But I don't want to bring that type of energy home to my little girls.
So you have gone soft.
I'm just saying that I think there are more sides to me than just my anger.
You're soft, like overripe banana. You smell like regret. The kid, Pointy Hippo. Modo understand anger. When Modo angry, I scream into sun. I meditate. I whisper kind things to the sky. And sometimes, sky whispers back. Modo is perfect. Huh? Did you guys hear that?
You seem like an expert, Moto. Could you give the kids out there that might be struggling any advice?
Excellent question, here we go. Anger? This is just the crust. But what I ask is underneath. Fear, shame, existential need to dance. Pause. You ask yourself, why I feel this way? Give yourself permission to dig. You might find treasure. Or worms.
I'm guessing that's why you're so expressive, Moto.
Oh, absolutely, Skyra. I don't bottle emotions. I bedazzle them. Sometimes people think I'm studying playbook, but no. I am journaling. Modo's thoughts are powerful, dangerous. For Modo's eyes only.
Yeah, it's probably best to keep those to yourself.
Hello, Lenny and Olivia. Thanks for sitting down with us today.
Of course. It's our pleasure.
I'm just here for the amazing company.
Well, that's really nice to hear. I've always had the impression that you...
So, Olivia, you're the Thorns' social media darling. But do you think having such a strong online presence might detract from your ability to play the game?
Not at all, Rusty.
Oh, no, I'm Chuck.
You're so funny, Rust. As I was saying, when you're as online as I am, you have to learn to have balance. Social media is a part of my life, not my whole life. So do I love to clap back at a hater every once in a while? Sure. But it's not like I'm sitting around reading every negative comment, obsessing over them, creating an army of burner accounts to systematically destroy anyone who's ever spoken ill of me. I mean, you'd have to be really, really insecure to do that, right?
So, the claim that you still carry a bucket of sand with you is false?
Completely false. I'm locked in right now. My only focus is Roarball. Oh, no, she did not.
Uh-oh, I think we lost her. So, Lenny, what do you have to say to those who think you should focus more on the Roarball game and less on the rap game?
I'd say, have you been talking to my mom? Nah, but seriously, Roarball's a game. Music is my life. If you tell a great chef to stop cooking, a dancer to stop dancing, a scientist to stop sciencing,
But you can't play your best ball if you're not focused.
I also won't play my best if I'm uptight. Music and golf are my escape. Whether I'm spitting heat or hitting a hole-in-one, in that moment, I'm not worrying about if I'll get traded.
Love that! Staying present is important. What about you, Olivia?
I find it's easiest to be present when I'm acknowledging my feelings. For example, presently, I'm feeling like if you got something to say, don't hide behind your phone. Say it to my face.
Olivia?
Exactly.
Right. Well, maybe keep working on it. Lenny, you got anything to add?
I got a couple bars that come to mind. I could spit a few. Could somebody give me a beat? Anybody? No?
So, let's just jump right into it. Will, how does it feel being the league's first small?
I mean, it feels great. Crazy to think I dreamt my whole life to play for the Thorns, and now I'm here sitting next to the Jet Fillmore.
Yeah, it's surprising for us both.
So, as a small, how do you manage not getting lost in a sea of bigs? How does a tiny animal stand out when you're basically invisible?
Well, I'm not a small, I'm a medium.
No, you're a small.
Okay, so then does that make it worse that I almost won our game of horse?
Well, there's no such thing as almost winning. You know, that's just called second place. Either you win or you lose. Just like you're either big or you're small.
Oh, harsh words, Jet. But you're no stranger to coming up short. What would you say to those who claim that without a claw, you can't be considered the GOAT?
Well, I'd say I've had enough goat talk for a lifetime. But when you've been as good as I have for as long as I have, you'd expect a level of scrutiny that others just don't get. But trust me, no one is harder on Jet than Jet.
Maybe if Jet trusted anyone else besides Jet.
Oh, I like your confidence, Will. Where does that come from? Can you speak to that?
I've been doubted my whole life. Everyone's always told me smalls can't ball, but I wasn't afraid to dream big and prove the haters wrong. I don't care if they think I'm weird or even delusional. When times get tough, I just lean into what got me here. Like, did you know that goats have extreme agility? Watch this!
I guess you could say you're finding your roar.
Nah, I'm finding my... Yeah, I'm lit.
Yeah, little.
Back to Jet. You have a reputation as a ball hog and not trusting your teammates.
Well, trust is earned, not given. I mean, I'll be real. It's easy to get caught up in my own game and forget the bigger picture. I mean, I've spent so long relying on myself that trusting the team, it doesn't always come naturally. I just hope my teammates can learn to care as much as I do.
Hear that, Will? Does that intimidate you?
Nah, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm playing for the Violent Thorns with Jet Fillmore. Everything I need to succeed is right here. Just watch, cause we're about to change the game!
Safe to say this team still has a long way to go. They are all over the place, Chuck.
Yeah, absolute dumpster fire, Rusty. But as we know all too well, in Roarball, it ain't over till the sleeping bear stirs. So, if the Thorns can find a little chemistry, anything can happen.
Either way, one thing is for sure, it's gonna be entertaining.